From Bakersfield to the corners of Kern County, the best moments from your Golden Empire gridirons. 17 Sports Director Taylor Shaw, football analyst, Renegade head coach R. Todd Littlejohn. This is FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition. Driven by Sangera Subaru and Dignity Health, Mercy and Memorial Hospitals.
Well, something feels a little different, and it's not the fact that I'm a little well-rested after getting that extra hour of sleep. No, playoff football has returned to Kern, Coach.
Playoff football is here, and it is a lot going on, and we're excited about it.
23 teams started their postseason journey this Friday. Only 11 remain. We're going to show you how it all went down in round one. So what's it time for?
Time to give the people what they want.
Gather round. It's time for your FFX Game of the Week, powered by SCOE, your Southern California Orthopedic Institute.
Now, Coach, let's take a trip to the Northern Valley for our FFX Game of the Week. 3 Kern County schools earned Division I berths. One had a bye. The other quickly said goodbye, and 9-seed Garces, well, they were a different story. Winners of 3 straight, the Red Hot Rams were on the road to face 8-seed Clovis. The Cougars had BTM on their back, so that stands for Boys to Men. I heard you sing earlier. You could be in that group. Some trickery early on in this game. It was Cage Williams on the fake field goal kick, setting up a first down, and then it's Jordan Gallegos.
Gotta like it, because anything that you could do in playoffs, boy, you gotta break some of your tendencies to manufacture some points.
Paul Gola scripting up a play there. Rams were in complete control, up 20-0, but the Cougars finally found their stride. It's Deacon Rose finding Jacob Soldate. That's a 21-yard touchdown, so it's 27. Then fourth quarter, 2014 Rams. Not anymore. Rose connects with Jaden Carrion. 35 yards, puts the Cougars up, and Garces blows it, Coach.
Oh, man, I know that feeling, and that's a tough loss for them in the playoffs versus Clovis.
21-20, that was your final. Now, from the deep depths of David and Darren Carr's playbook, the Eagles used a trick to get their treat on Halloween week and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. It was the 12-5 matchup over at BCHS. Coach was here. Eagles coming in off a clean sweep of their Valley opponents. They beat those teams by an average of 26 points a game. Defensive battle early, then Edison finds the end zone after a lengthy drive. It's John Urbanks taking the plunge, 8-0. It was tied 14-all at the end of regulation, and then it's Josh Vance in overtime finding Rashad Perry. So Edison up 20-14. BCHS scrambling. They need something, some magic.
They needed this magic right there on 4th and long, breaking out the double pass, caught Edison off guard.
Dylan Johnson hits Chase Furtado after getting the pass from Jordan Delgado, and then the 2-point conversion seals the victory.
Yes, it did. A little fake pump right there to help create a little bit of space to get in the end zone.
So many playmakers on this team, but Darren Carr raving about Chase Furtado, who caught that pass.
He's an energy guy, man. You get around him, he's 100 miles an hour every play, man. So super proud of him. 3 interceptions, made some touchdowns, made some catches, man. He's did a really good job.
We're going to stay in D2 play. Frontier playing host to Lompoc. They were one of 2 Bakersfield teams with a home game, and the Titans Stadium was rocking for this 7-10 matchup. We're going to start in the 3rd, and Lompoc's Marcus Ballione finding the edge, and he's in for 6. But Frontier's still up 35-26. Ensuing kickoff, it's Jaden Burge staring down the coverage, and he's unfazed.
Gotta love it. Special teams is gonna play a big part in the playoffs, and here's a indication right here as well.
So much green grass for that young Frontier Titan. Devin Cochran, he was a beast in this one. Takes the direct snap, was in for Malachi Statler late. He had 4 scores, powering Frontier to a 49-26 win. And we talked about Malachi Statler. He's an FFX MVP candidate. Another big-time performance by him, and a huge performance, a complete team performance by the Titans.
Still alive. That's the goal. I mean, that's the key. Kids played well. Kids played hard. All 4 quarters. Probably the best 4 quarters of football we've played in a while. So I'm really proud of our guys. We played physical.
It's storybook time. time to visit 2022 Cinderella. Tehachapi capped off a magical run in the mountains with their first league title since 2011, 31st in school history. They're a 3-seed in D3 hosting Mount Whitney. Who else but A.J. Anderson early on?
A.J. Anderson early on, running through that thick grass, showing some speed. Great stiff arm at the end as well.
Boom! 63 yards on the score. Second quarter we go. Mount Whitney on the move. Dominic Pineda under pressure scrambles. He finds a hole. He finds the end zone.
Yes, he does. You know, however, I know Tehachapi knew that they were going to, in the playoffs, boy, you're going to have to play tough all the way around.
There in the third quarter, Tehachapi was up 17-7. How about 24-7 after the Mike Jones punch in? And then it's A.J. Anderson through the thick grass. He can't be stopped. Look at him. It looks like he is just a man in complete control.
There goes that man.
A bad man, A.J. Anderson, as Tehachapi wins the playoff game, 37-14. A.J. Anderson, 143 yards, 2 scores, big time.
You know, we're just built for games like this in these kind of conditions, and playing with a lead certainly helps. We could just grind out those long drives on the ground.
How about we stay in D3, Coach? Fresh off celebrating their first league title in school history, the T-Birds picked up where they left off. This is Julian Orozco, the lefty gunslinger to his favorite target, Guyanese Helm. Look at him go up and get it.
Nice job. Well, we knew Orozco was going to make some plays in this game. He gave his guy a chance. Great job by them.
See, what the audience didn't see was me jumping in the air doing that highlight.
You guys missed that.
You know who's jumping for joy? The T-Birds, because they get revenge over the Scots. They beat them in preseason play. No, not on Friday.
You know, the kids found it somewhere, found it just enough energy to be able to compete in that second and third quarter, hung on in the fourth quarter.
Well, still ahead here on FFX, it seems like the Stars like heading north. How the boys from Oildale defame the Tigers. Plus 11 teams, count them, have a chance to bring home a section title. We're going to have a first look at the quarterfinals when 17's Chris Burton joins us with your full bracket breakdown.
You're watching FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition, powered by Sangera Subaru, serving Kern County for over 50 years. You're watching FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition, powered by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
True story, during the commercial break, Coach told me I had a little too much energy going right now. I'm sorry that I'm excited. Playoff football has returned and I finally got some sleep. How about those Taft Wildcats, though? They had a regular season to dream about. I was dreaming about it. That's right, more sleep.
I love it.
Yeah. We're in the postseason now, though, so you got to take it one game at a time. Regular season, throw it away. Number 2, Taft, taking on 15th-seeded South. It was the Spartans that strike first. A high pass to Shane Carr. It was a strong catch in the back of the end zone, so the Spartans are up 7-0. Then Taft running back Cyrus Gaylord answers. He powers it in.
That's a physical run right there, and it's exactly what you need in the playoffs.
How about Shane Carr, though? He can do it in the air. He can do it on the ground. This touchdown puts the Spartans up 14-7. Could we see an upset? Just maybe. No. That's what happens when you're a 2 seed and your name is the Taft Wildcats.
Exactly.
Big play puts Taft ahead here, and then they would pull away. Taft takes it 21-13. Well, after losing the Legends Trophy in the final seconds of their regular season finale, North faced a similar situation in round 1. Stars traveling to Wasco for the 12-5 matchup, 21-8 North in the third. Wasco's Michael Dominguez takes the plunge, so Wasco sneaked down a touchdown, but coming back. Those Stars weren't showing any mercy, though. Fourth quarter, it's North quarterback Carson Bennett on the keeper. Stars up a pair of touchdowns. How about the Stars and Bennett, Coach?
How about that? North was not fazed by their ranking. They just wanted to play well, see where it happens, and advance in this case.
It was a close game, came down to the wire in this one, but Carson Bennett with his 61 yards rushing and 1 touchdown and 2 touchdowns in the air, well, he was the difference as the Stars stun the Tigers 28-26. 10 miles.
I know we were ranked pretty low in the playoffs, and we kind of use that. That's a chip on our shoulder. So we're looking to make a move in this Division IV playoff bracket.
North is a heck of a team, and we had a heck of a battle with them. We knew they were tough going in, and we battled all the way to the last second. We felt like, and we wish North the best of luck.
Well, 10 miles away, a freshman stole the show at Shafter. Generals quarterback Ezekiel Osborne starting his first playoff game, second quarter, tied at 7. Osborne finding his favorite target, Jesus Figueroa. He does the rest. He's in 70 yards in the score. 14-7 Generals. 2 plays later, it's Jacob Poole, a cut down the middle. Miss Shafter tackle, and Poole says, "You want a 70-yarder? I'll give you a 70-yarder." In for the touchdown. But this game would go the Generals' way from that point on. This is a pretty good team. Young coach.
It's a very good team. It starts up front. Those guys are playing so well, and we knew Shafter at some point would catch their stride leading into the playoffs.
So Wasco beat Shafter in the rivalry game, but Shafter is the one surviving and advancing in the postseason, 42-21. And here's a look at Ezekiel Osborne's final stat line. Impressive stuff there from the young freshman. Now we had plenty more playoff action around the county. 17's Chris Burton joins us now to break it all down.
Well, Taylor, you look well rested, might I just say. We had teams going up, down, left, right, sideways, all over the place this weekend. It is time for a very out-of-the-county look around the county. We begin in D1. After their best regular season since 2010, it seems the Jayhawks flew a little too close to the sun Friday. Centennial taking on Clovis North in the 10-7 matchup, and this one was all Broncos. Early third quarter, Mario Cosma, Vincent Cordoba racing to the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown. Centennial couldn't stop him. Staying up north, it was a bloodbath in Hanford. The number 4 Bullpups hosting 13-seed Ridgeview. Tied at 7, Bullpups ball again. Senior QB Caden Muir drops back and airs it out. Albert Richardson extending for the ball. He hustles to the end zone for a 14-7 Hanford lead. 84-21 is your final. Staying in D3, last year's Cinderella Independence in Porterville looking to pick up where they left off last fall. Tied 7-all in the third, Anthony Rico makes a 30-yard dash, and the Falcons never look back. Indy wins 28-7. 9-8 matchup in Delano. First quarter a familiar sight for Titan fans. Israel Gonzalez is off to the races. First of 2 running touchdowns in the first half. Arroyo Grande would counter at every turn, and they beat Chavez 27-20. Eddie Silva and the Delano Tigers fared even worse on the coast. Pioneer Valley shut out the Tigers 27-0. Fresh off a league title win, Golden Valley was also on the coast. First quarter down 7, Tyon Jones does what he does best. He finds a hole, and he finds the end zone. This game would come down to the wire with the Pirates sinking the Dogs Valley Championship hopes. Rapid fire scores now. Arvin used their home field advantage to take down Lindsay 30-20. Dos Palos takes it over West 31-7. Kern Valley takes home a 6-0 win against Orosi. Woodlike beats Boron 35-21, and Mendota blows out Miramani 56-6. Well, we've got 11 Kern County teams left in playoff contention. Let's run through this week's matchups. All but one are on Thursday in observance of Veterans Day. So Kern's highest ranked team returns to the field in D1. The number 3 Liberty Patriots, the only remaining D1 team, take on St. Joseph at home. Division 2, 2 Kern County teams still kicking. The lone game on Friday, BCHS heads to Hanford for the 4-5 matchup, and 7th-seeded Frontier visits number 2 Kingsburg. Well, 3 of 4 Division 3 games have area teams. The 4th-ranked Kennedy Thunderbirds host number 5 Kerman. Number 3 Tehachapi hosts 11 Sunnyside. And do the Falcons have another Cinderella run in them? We'll find out. After a huge upset this weekend, number 15 Independence takes on 7 Mission Oak. And 3 Kern County teams will see Division 4 action. Number 8 Shafter faces top-seeded Liberty of Madera. Coming off an upset of Wasco, the 12th-seeded North Stars head to Matilda Torres, and number 2 Taft hosts number 7 Coalinga. Now, one place you won't see any Kern County teams, Division 5. That's because every area team, all 3 of them, lost their first-round matchups this week. Delano, West, and Golden Valley all saw their seasons come to an end. And finally, a pair of teams in Division 6 to round out the action. 9th-ranked Kern Valley heads to top-seeded Hanford West, and number 4 Arvin will host number 5 Avenal. That's a look at your upcoming playoff matchups. Coach Taylor, back to you.
Well, thanks, Chris. That's a lot of numbers
Yeah,
and
it
seeds
is.
to take a look at. Still ahead here on FFX. Kern's top team sat on the sidelines in round one. What to expect from Brian Nixon's bunch as the Patriots start their D1 title defense. Coach's Corner coming your way in 2 minutes.
FFX is proud to be fitted by Finos. When it comes to quality men's suits in Bakersfield, Finos menswear and tuxedo is all you need. It's time for Coach's Corner with Renegade head football coach R. Todd Littlejohn.
Well, you saw the action from across the county. Now let's talk about the best team in Kern County, the Liberty Patriots. They sat on the sidelines, Coach, this past week. They had a bye. They now play St. Joseph. That's a team from the coast. When do you think Brian Nixon was installing in his team this week as they got the week off?
Well, one, I'm sure they're hoping that everyone continues to get healthy. That's a big thing. Two, you also are looking at fourth down plays. You're looking at situational type plays that can break tendencies and things like that. And it's like you want to dial up whatever you need, a 2-point conversion, for example, to win the game, and or to tie. Anytime that you have a little bit of extra time, it's not that you put a whole bunch in. You want to make sure that what you are doing is good and then add a couple of little wrinkles to your game plan.
Why is it so important to have some of those plays in your bag just in case you need them?
Survive in advance. That's exactly right. At this point, I mean, literally, because if you save them, and you don't use them for those situations, you don't play on anyway. So that's kind of why you do it. You make sure that you get every situation, obviously from the course of the year and then moving forward. You got to use them when you got to use them.
I love it. Maybe we'll see the Renegades do it sometime soon, but that does it for this edition of Coach's Corner. All right, speaking to your Renegades, Coach, it was not the trip to Southern California that you wanted. You guys were taking on East LA. I know this game had big playoff implications. You guys still have a chance in your home finale, but kind of tell me what went wrong against East LA.
I tell you, I take full responsibility for that. I just didn't feel like we played with enough effort and energy to start the game, and then we got behind. East LA has a really good team. They got really, really good players. They lost by, their 4 losses were by a total of 19 points, and we just didn't have it for whatever reason. And by the time we got started, it was too little, too late.
I know there are all sorts of scenarios being thrown out there, but you guys are taking on Allen Hancock. It is the home finale for the Renegades, the season finale for the Renegades. Look, I know you guys just want to win this game, but do you know what the easiest way is to understand for our audience how you guys can get in the postseason?
There's so many scenarios, literally, because our conference is obviously a very, very good conference. Everyone is 2-2. If we win, I think Long Beach has to lose, Canyons has to win. It's literally several scenarios that can happen. If we lose, it doesn't matter. So our goal is to just be 1-0 this weekend.
Win and hopefully get in.
Absolutely.
That does it for your Renegade Report. Ahead on FFX, we had dominant displays and, game-winning plays. We're going to hand out some trophies. That's right. Your FFX awards, they're next.
You're watching FFX!
FFX is proud to partner with Valley Sports Media. Follow at V Sports Media for exclusive football content throughout the season. The FFX Awards, brought to you by Jerry's Pizza and Pub.
Well, welcome back. Staying calm under pressure. That's a real life skill I wish I had. But it seems that Darren and David Carr do, because our play of the week at BCHS came at crunch time. Coach, let's hand out some hardware. Now, I know you were at Bakersfield Christian for this game. It was tied at 14-all heading into overtime. Then Edison scores a touchdown, so they go ahead 21-14. And then a little trickery.
Little trickery is right. Great play in this situation. Edison wasn't expecting it. It was 4th and long, desperation. That was a great job by them. Great call at that time.
That was Jordan Delgado to Dylan Johnson, and then the double chip pass to Chase Furtado.
Right.
What an incredible play to seal the victory. They, of course, go for 2 after that. But what made this play so special, Coach, being there?
Well, again, in that situation, I'm sure Edison wasn't thinking double pass. Very, very good in the fact that He wasn't a forward pass, but man, it was great execution. Get the ball up there, allow him to make a play.
BCHS survives and advances.
Your FFX Player of the Week is presented by Vertical Raise, the premier online fundraising platform.
When it goes to our first FFX postseason Player of the Week, there were a lot of ways to go, Coach. But how about a freshman quarterback willing his team to victory? He's Ezekiel Osborne. He's the quarterback of the Shafter Generals, and he's endeared himself to his team, bringing his entire offensive line in. Ezekiel, what does it mean to have won a playoff game and to be our FFX Player of the Week?
It's a great feeling, and I'm really thankful for it. And I'm really thankful for, obviously, my O-line, who helps me through all of it. And it feels good winning our first playoff game, and we're just focused on now going down the line and winning the next few games, too.
Now, how does it feel as a freshman to lead this group into the playoffs?
Well, my guys make it easy on me. They all help me, and they all trust me, even though I'm not as old as them or upperclassmen, and they all just put their trust in me. I put my trust in them, and it works out.
15 years old, was in middle school last year. Now he has an incredible performance in his first ever playoff game. Ezekiel, I want you to take a look at your stat line. You may be a humble guy, but you get to brag about yourself a little here. You had 230 yards in the air. You had 4 touchdowns. 50% of your passes were complete. What was going through your mind?
Well, it was just all clicking offensively. The coach put in a good game plan this week, and all of our plays were working. O-line was blocking, receivers were running the right routes. It was all going together. It was all working.
Okay, your next opponent, undefeated on the year, Liberty out of Madera. It's a road game. How do you guys approach that?
We approach it like any week. We're confident, and I trust my guys. Like I said, we're going to get a good game plan, and we're going to go win.
Ezekiel Osborne and the Shafter Generals in studio for this first week of the FFX playoffs. All right, that's going to do it for this Sunday expanded edition of FFX. For more high school football coverage, just head to kgt.com. We have your full bracket breakdown there. We'll see you next Friday at 11:11. It's the quarterfinals.